Ugh. Absolutely not. You don't get to play Among Us Drip as if I didn't have to fucking see NekoArc Ichiban on my timeline. No, we can't pretend like that didn't happen. No, oh, I'm gonna haha he he. I'm gonna post me a little meme. No, I had to see that shit with my own eyes. You don't get to get away with that. You're a criminal. You're a fucking scoundrel and you should feel bad for it. I saw the NekoArc? Of course I saw the NekoArc. And probably I enjoy your art. I just don't see it very often, but I follow JT and JT follows you, so it's like, hey, here's this. Oh no, I saw both of them. Don't worry. I saw both of the pieces of art that you've posted today. Don't you fret your silly little head. I saw them both. You will answer for your crimes, whether it's in this life or the next. I saw the cat maid. Oh yeah! I saw both of them. I saw the cat maid. It was in Spanish. I didn't fully understand it. I don't know what CTM is. And the NekoArc. Yeah, I saw both. Yeah, Answer for your crimes. But they were both really good. I liked them. God, I forgot that you have like an 18-word long name. Fucking signature. Your fucking signature is so long. Mine is 2 letters. I look at this shit, I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine. So, oh fuck, he's Hispanic. I forgot, guys. Come on now. Thanks though. Oh no, don't worry. That's for me. Me telling you it's good is solely for me. Don't worry, Improbable. I won't share your pain in front of the entire stream. Don't worry, I won't do that to you. Hello, Witch Queen. How are you doing today? And Rex, don't think I forgot you. You're finally early. You are. Well, you know how they say about work. If you're early, you're on time. And if you're on time, you're late. So, you are on time, Drex. Please make it a habit. Oh, God. My charisma meter has been off the fucking charts. I have been so inflated as like an ego, you know. Like my ego has been inflated so fucking high for the last like 2 days. Like it's so awful. I've been truly a scourge to literally anyone that I know. How are we all doing today? It's time for a little Danganronpa gameplay. We excited? We get to see what happened to Mechamaru. Now, I don't know if I'm going to remember everything from last time, but we didn't get too far into it, but I certainly have. You were here, but I wasn't even on yet? You and Improbable do the same thing. Look, I'm consistent. You guys know when I'm going to be here, so you, like, wait. You just, like, hang out and refresh the page, because look, it's 6:50 on the dot, 4 days a week. Every single time, and if it's not, I don't know if I've missed more than a week, really. Like 7 streams. In like the year and a half that I've done this, I've probably missed like 2.5 weeks total. I'm playing music the second I appear online. It's very interesting having like a soundtrack for whenever I show up. It's quite odd. But like I just sit here in this chair, like watching TikToks, waiting for that time. Like I could easily go live like a while before. So I'm going to be 100% honest with everyone right now. I like didn't get to sleep until 2 a.m. last night. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. And I've been awake since. So I'm like on 2 hours. So far today, it hasn't been a problem. I can't promise that it's going to be the entire stream. If it gets a long trial, I might be a little tuckered out by the end of it, but... Drex voice reveal? Coffee break? Alright, Witch Queen. Oh, if you're going to get a coffee break, make sure to grab one for me as well. And what are you drinking? What kind? Because normally I have a little espresso. Are you like YouTube video clickbaiting me, Drex, just to end it soon if I need to? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I am here, like, constantly. I'm not gonna end a stream early. So you can... No, but, like, I've actually... The weirdest thing is, like, I don't feel, like, exhausted. Like, I haven't felt tired at all today. I felt bored because I had to go to work, but, like, I haven't felt tired. So I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. Would I end it early for your voice reveal? No. Believe it or not, I'm not going to gauge anything on stream based on how much personal identifying information you put online. Believe it or not. Look, now I might end stream early if, like, I accidentally did a reveal. Like, if I say, like, oh yeah, and, like, this is my address. Like this is the address that I have. Then I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stream real quick, and we're just gonna delete that VOD, so that's not a thing anymore. But beyond that, no, I don't foresee it. Still want to do a voice reveal? Okay. You don't have to do a voice reveal. Honestly, it's not a requirement, Drex. It's genuinely okay. I promise it is okay that you don't. Is that I'm texting? Well, for the astute watchers and the real note takers, I've given, not like super close, but I know that I definitely said that I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which is like super not helpful. I've very much, that is a very large area, but I am in North Texas for the most part. You're trying to cover me up? Look, if I ever get to a size that it ever makes a fucking difference, they're already gonna know my address. Like, I've put my address on the internet before. Pick up a duck and a cowboy hat to start? Maybe. After we all appreciate how much time and effort that I put into... You're gonna dox yourself? Don't do that shit in my chat. Look! I'm drawing the Yakuza Boys proposal. Let's all appreciate this real quick. Look at the strides that I've made. I've made so much improvement. But that's all for that. Also... get that out of here. I'm actually doing it? Fuck yeah, I'm actually doing it. What do you think I sit here and do all day? Did I ever fix the red? Look, what happens during an art stream stays during the art streams. Most of those things I never actually finish. So... yeah, and I'm probably not going to finish that one. Taco's like, bully him? Taco is, like, honestly, potentially not showing up. He's a very busy man. But, hey, he pays. He pays money. What am I looking up? I was looking something out. Duck in... oh. There's so many of them! Very busy shell. True. Ducks with hats. Look, I'm busy, okay? Every one of my friends wants me to play Fortnite with them at some point, and I can't. I just don't have... I don't have the 90s in me anymore, chat. I'm gonna be 100%. I just can't crank 90s with the best of them anymore. I'm an old man. I've grown beyond cranking 90s. Now I'm just going to be cranking 90s in heaven after I perish of old age. You know, we finally made it to the weekend. It's not something everyone can always say, but we made it, chat. We got there. And how great is that? What is that? Like, I can see, this is why I have like 3 different instances of chat. Y'all got there? Hey, you're here too, Drex. You know what? I'll appreciate that you're also here. You've been waiting in the future for us? Maybe you'll be able to solve this little mystery then for everyone. Oh my god. Okay. Before we get too into it, I have to mention this. Let's go to auto. No, this is wrong.
DanganRonpa.
God damn it. The fuck is this new song called? Oh, that's what it is. Musica? This shit has been like in my fucking brain. The Otto's Top Musica song is fucking mind exploding. This shit has had a grip on me since Wednesday. And since yesterday. And I have not been able to escape. I have easily listened to it 20 times. It's not even like a close call. It's just there. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. But holy fuck, I have been absolutely entranced in Otto. And like, honestly, if you've never listened to their music, highly recommend it. They are on Spotify. It's ADO. Fuck, they are so good. All right. I think we already have all of our skills that we can have set. So I think we're just gonna get straight into it tonight. Completely forgot to even have breakfast. You're telling me that you forgot to eat breakfast, but you had the energy to make Neko Arc art? No, I simply cannot eat. Must draw silly cat. Hee. Yep, alright, you know what? Fair enough. Some things are more important. Alright.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
You know who killed Mechamaru? I assumed you do.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Even the extra.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go.
All right, we're raring to go.
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Oh, I remember this.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
No, it's curry for rabbits, like the Sonic the Hedgehog brand curry. It's curry for hedgehogs and blue.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him.
Who did I say
I'll definitely
it was?
find out who the killer is.
Isn't it Akane? Like, it's 100% Akane, right? We're all in agreements. Like, it's definitely her.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it!
Where you had a job?
Akane!
Oh.
You seem to have
No,
an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Oh, is it wet?
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
I said it was her. It's 100% her. There's no way it's not Akane. Like, it just
We
has
weren't
to be
able
her.
to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Okay.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Okay.
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and
You're
found
going
the
for
body
Sonia?
there.
You're going for wrong. You're
Hajime and Chiaki
incorrect.
were also with me.
What's your guess, Witch Queen?
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
That early in the morning?
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
I have stiff, rigid legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
The fuck does this mean? What is this supposed to tell me?
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
Oh my god, it's the fucking TikTok sound. Dude, I can't escape TikTok. It literally, DanganRonpa has lost all meaning. It is just TikTok sounds. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh my fucking god. Okay, we ran into each other's...
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
I like that of all of them, it's still Akane.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House,
Was it getting
obviously.
spoiled by TikTok? This is a TikTok sound from like 6 months ago. Was I getting spoiled? No, because I didn't even think about playing the entire Danganronpa series yet. But it was just, with legs like those, I could do the splits real easy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, it's just, oh. Like, it was just that scene, like, holy fuck, everything. The Nagito ex-listener, it's just, it all comes back.
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Berlizzi sound? Yep, it sounds like you know what I'm talking about. Nagito ex what now? The Nagito ex-listener? Okay, hold on. Pause. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you could make it. Now, I've got some news for you. I've got a gun, and it's strapped to me. Basically, what I'm saying is that I'm strapped, and if you come within 100... That is, and it's fucking Nagito. He played this game years ago. He has a YouTube? Fuck off. Okay. We found the elevator was out of order, which left us.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
Okay.
But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
So glad to not know its existence. Oh, hold the fuck. Okay. We're listening to that shit later. Berlizzi does not Nagito.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Nagito X. Listener.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
She's so, like, clear to just be like, it's them. It's not us, it's them.
Definitely.
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Improbable, merely swallow.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel.
No more lovers.
We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Right?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
I'm so upset that, like, I don't even know what the weapon really was, because I'm so, like, into what the fuck it... Like, I had my heart set on what it was supposed to be, and I was wrong. The hammer, some would say. Oil on floor, tipped over pillar, knew it.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Oh, the hammer!
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong!
Why did you do that? Stupid! It was clean. Who would clean the hammer after the fact?
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
No.
Why not? Why
was the
can't you
pillar.
accept it?
Clearly.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
Just like human
The
blood,
hammer
right?
was used to beat Nekomaru. You'd expect some oil to be on it, at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Oh, the killer might have. Did we play this before? No, we've never played this before.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Obviously, guys.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Kazuichi. That's
I
not how this
thought
works.
Maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Gundam,
Then what
you
was the
tell it.
real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
So, wait. Yeah, it's not Kazuichi. I don't, or at least I have no inclination that it's Kazuichi yet. Is Gundam and Sonya are fucking, right? Like, there's no way they're not.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
Different angle.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on
Like
it
they
must
have
be
to
the weapon,
I don't
right?
believe it's not. The broken...
I see!
Okay.
The only thing with
so
oil on it is that broken
I
pillar.
love that one of the answers was Nekomaru's body because it had oil on it. It's like, yeah, he was bleeding and he had blood. So, like, it was him.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
No.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
You were there. You were there, Akane. I still don't get how she forgot this. You still use... It's barely budging. Can I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty frickin' heavy.
Frickin'.
But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Nekomaru, of course.
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what?
And then did what?
Did he use it to beat himself?
The last fourth one was a suicide.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
He ain't the type.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. The word suicide. I mean, yeah, it's a yucky word. I've literally said this before. I've literally said, yeah, it's a yucky word. Okay, the fourth murder of the killing school of life was ruled a suicide. Huh? Drex, it may have been that, but we still don't know how the fuck he died. And you'll learn it later. Shouldn't matter, there's no way he would
But
commit
that's a problem.
suicide.
If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
Nothing.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
For reals? God,
Yes.
I love this.
For reals.
I see.
So fucking
So
good.
my gut was right
Tired of it,
after
Phil?
all.
Maybe.
All right, it's
But
up
who
to you,
tied him
Sonya. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
Alright, Sonya, never
Sonya,
mind.
here I go!
As if she is her own Pokemon. I didn't save her on Sonya's part of replaying a lot. I didn't save at all. I played 20 minutes into it. It's perfect. Is it?
There's
It
no
might
need
not
to
be
lift
right.
that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
What about tipping the pillow?
They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonya, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Okay. By tipping the pillar over, is that really it? Well, okay, Drex. So, you see, I believe I also got stuck at this part last time. By the same way, we can't agree with anyone here. I think you're right on this one. We're like actually not able to agree with anyone.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Yeah, guys, what about
They
tipping it
aimed
over?
right for his head and bullseye.
There was no blood on the fragments?
Even I could probably
there
tip
were
it
no
over.
fragments on top of him.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella
I think it's
excited!
Kazuichi's. I think Kazuichi's the one that we go on.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
I don't entirely remember.
If the pillar was not beating him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar? They aimed right for his head.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's...
Oh, no, okay. I may be getting ahead of myself right now.
Damn it!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
We got this one? We did. Yeah, we
beating
got through
him
this
with
one.
it is
at least.
beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
Okay, so the killer murdered it by tipping over the pillar. Is that really it? Is no... specifically because of the fragments.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lift, beating him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar?
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
No, that's wrong!
Wasn't the blood on the floor? There is blood on the floor. The reason that it's wrong is because there's no...
If Nekomaru was
fragments
crushed
on
by the
him.
pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Yeah, so there's nothing on top of his body. It's all
Fragments?
underneath him. So, like, he could have
Pillar
had the
fragments
pillar
were scattered
bash him,
beneath Nekomaru's body,
but
but there weren't any on top of his body.
they would have
If
had
the
to, like,
pillar
move
had
his
been
body
tipped over and
afterwards.
crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I was on standby. I know you are. I was so close.
But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
The hammer was clean, Drex.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
A feeling, huh?
So did the
That's
Black
just your
Eyed Peas,
instincts.
and we see where they are now.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Yeah, the pillar falls over, crushes up, right? The pillar fell down. Somebody boloed his legs, and bam, he smashes his head onto it. He falls onto it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what
Gravity
way is
was
that?
what killed Mechamaru.
You guys, the same as usual.
Not the despair hand.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your
Doesn't
own
take credit
powers, so you just
his
stand there and
hands.
falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you?
He started raising the wrong hand.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance
Is
is
he
by
not?
far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough.
Wait, what? There's no way that it wouldn't be.
But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
He's pulling a Byakuya in what, just being an
A
asshole?
specific
Kind
item?
of. He plays for the role of Fate. Or for the role of Hope? A specific
Of
item.
course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's on this kick right now about
Ultimate
the
weapon?
building layout, and I'm not a fucking architect.
Isn't that The thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
He does.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
Oh, and we didn't piece this together.
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about this.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I mean, of course.
No,
Of course.
you are far greater than the ultimate weapon.
Yes,
Since you wield your
Lord,
4
so
dark
good.
sabers of destruction.
He is greater.
I see.
Oh, and his blushing face. I do remember
Why?
this.
But I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
And I'm gonna let you all figure it out on your own.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Honestly, they're goals.
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Do I like him better as a surfer guy? Shaw, bro. You still don't realize it? Gotta get it together. You're swinging some gnarly waves. No hope.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
Yeah. I forgot to mention.
We make it out of this. I'll explain it to you guys.
I'm kinda not cool like you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Wow, someone draws an echo art.
Strawberry House
Fan
leads
art,
to Strawberry
now all
Tower,
of a sudden,
and Grape House leads
hot
to Grape
shit.
Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Okay, so like, what I want to know is how do we have, like, the tower is clearly the same room. We've established that that is the same room. Wait, how did... Still talking about the drawing. Okay, I'll let it go for now. I think it's funny. I do like the... how do we get the 180 though? I don't...
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense.
I think so, yeah.
But Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter
That's
to
where
your
we left
discretion.
off. We left off for faux show. That's what it was. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too. I'm finding proof that completely contradicts that. Good night button, the tipped over pillar, free secrets count, the broken door, maybe the broken door. We'll try this one.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
Okay.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay, hold on. Two towers of the same building. Okay, so the whole time we've been thinking two towers of the same building, but that was the only mystery. There's only Nagito mentioned it. Okay,
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
More or less, yes.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
The walls are different colors, but not really though. I would like to say that the walls
Tower and
different
are actually the exact. So that's the secret. Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both. I mean, the walls are different. The designs
on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem.
Wall clock?
Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
No. What did Fuyuhiko have to say? What's Fuyuhiko's account? You saw Nekomaru. Okay, so Fuyuhiko is talking about Nekomaru. The goodnight button, no. The wire? I don't think has anything to do with it. The wall clock? No. A broken doorknob found under a tipped over pillar. Okay, so it's probably strange feeling in the tower in that case. So, regardless of where you enter it, you have a strange feeling.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Yep, that's what.
No, that's wrong.
So good that I had to give that one a second go. Oh.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Rebellion?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
Doesn't it, guys? Come on!
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Right. So it seemed like the room had
Probably
turned.
some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
Ooh, wait. Okay. So if that room is turning, So the tower could be stationary and all the rooms are moving around, and that could explain why the compass moves 180 degrees. Like the rooms themselves are moving, like the entire tower's moving, versus just the center thing.
So then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
Bow down. Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
That is impossible because that room will not open or close with someone in it?
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
She really did say bow down.
but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Things can't
While
move
we
in
were
there.
moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it.
No, I
Just
don't
like
think
if there
so.
is no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay. Wire or oil? Oh, the oil on the floor. Yeah,
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the
silly
pillar in
lady.
such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Fuck. Okay. I'll place an assumption.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic robo, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those
the
words.
oil on the floor. You haven't thought about the smell, V.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
You goober, you silly little lady. ratio. Oh, L plus ratio plus your white. Oh god, the worst crime
When
of
the
them all.
position of Nekomaru's body in the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry.
Me.
I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Me when someone says the most minorly inconveniencing
It's
thing.
all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So
You
what
fired
really
then.
happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Well, so like they can move separately. They would almost have to be able to. The two people were in the fight, the killer and Mecha? Like they were just fighting each other? The pillar got smashed during the fight? I mean, honestly, the pillar could have just been knocked over at any point. The pillar may have been the murder weapon because there's oil on it. That doesn't mean that it was used to kill him directly. It could have just been the wire around his leg, he trips over and smashes his head. That explains the fragments underneath him.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. The only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has the clues. Nagito.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Don't
Fine.
make me regret this.
Tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Alright, here's gonna be the most useless hint in the world.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Guys, that's not how you play the game. If you guys don't play the game right, then I'm leaving.
It's also important
I'm gonna
for
go
me
home.
because it will help me determine something.
Huh? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that.
Yeah, I did the death room.
The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Yeah. The appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about the life-threatening? Is he talking about Monokuma Taichi? I knew that shit was gonna be
You're talking about the final
relevant.
dead room, right?
The final dead room.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
Oh yeah. The
In the
window.
depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
What did he see?
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Come on, what is
Instead
it,
of
please?
explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Oh god, is this gonna be one of those hard pictures that Witch Queen's gonna be like, memorize this? And it would be like, okay, and then cry later because I didn't. Nagito grinned as he retrieved a small digital camera from his...
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture. Alright, everyone.
Let me explain it to you again.
Huh? This? The game's gonna do... Oh, okay.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Yeah, so there's no building on the other side. First. Yeah, lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this
let's
picture.
Begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Let's all put our little noodle caps and let's start thinking. Okay, what doesn't make sense in this picture? Select a suspicious spot.
Here!
There's no building.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
where is
Greenhouse and
Where's
Strawberry
Greenhouse?
House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
We did get transported, so we're not at school right now? Yeah, like we're not on an island or at school right now.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
No, that wasn't it. I noticed more stuff, which means there are other contradictions. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Oh. The trees?
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
It was.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange.
Oh, it's technically in like the basement level of Strawberry House, which shouldn't exist, but we're still like kinda high up. So that
this photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor.
Yeah,
Angles
actually.
suggest it was taken from higher up.
Yeah, so we're on like a couple stories up, maybe?
That's right. Good call.
Good call.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo.
It's all one building.
The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
Yes.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Well, I like where you're going. I
From
think
this
it's
point
more
on,
likely
do your own thinking. Now that you
Grape
finally
House
met the
is
same
like bottom
requirements as me.
story.
If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Why do you have to be mean to me?
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Another clue? Is he talking about that one time? Look, it was late and I was lonely and he was tied up in the building. Oh, this other time. Hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. Yeah, the how part. Yeah, totally.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
He can just like phase through walls now, because I guess Nagito is also just a ghost.
At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes.
So you
realized it already?
Yeah, okay. Strawberry House is like the top floors, Grape House are the bottom.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? What was that thing just now? Another hint for figuring out the mystery? The reason he appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Okay, a logic dive. Okay. Alright, it's time to answer a yes or no question. A or B? Alright, question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? They have to both exist? There's no way that they don't? Okay. What kind of question is that? Alright, question number 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or 2 different buildings? They have to be the same building. They're connected, they are a continuous building. Boing. Okay, how are they positioned vertically? It's up and down. Alright, now don't die. A perfect logic dive.
It's all coming together.
I'm swan diving in this pool of logic. Completed.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
How'd you got
Let
it?
me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all.
Where'd it go?
So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Right.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Okay, that
Same
makes
building,
sense.
different floors?
He is shooken
Then
by that answer.
the 2 houses aren't 2 different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Okay, how did nobody piece that together? Like, was nobody on like the 3rd story of any of the other buildings and heard someone stomping around with their big hoofed feet? Like,
If you
how did
think
nobody
about it
figure
like
that out?
that, based on Nagito's picture,
His
it's
plot?
clear where Strawberry House is located.
As the interior? Maybe? Well, so Grape House is the one on the bottom? So it could be that Grape House has, like, Monokuma on the top, so no one ever went to the 3rd floor because there wasn't any reason to be there. I can see that. Okay, it's clear where Strawberry's located. It is the floors above Grape House.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the 1st floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the 1st floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Right.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the 2 houses were connected vertically.
Oh, snap. Slay Queen, Hajime.
But what about the shape of the building? The 2 houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
They even made a deal about this. You're like, oh no, it's better to be in Grape House because there's more space.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And
The
it
perfect
worked, didn't
crime. It did work.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the 2 houses were 2 separate, distinct buildings.
Look, I'm a
In
man of
order
my
to
word.
conceal the
Shit
unique
got
design
me.
of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
Mm-hmm.
You've just been dead.
Gross. Oh, what?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
You've all been
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Oh, a band Monokuma?
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Yeah.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
Yeah, okay.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
Did Monokuma debate
However,
everyone? Maybe.
if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
It's called an elevator.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple.
Okay, Gundam doesn't deserve your precious hammies don't know. I feel like he's just mad that Sonya likes him. Yeah, fuck, am I supposed to translate, Drex? I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash.
Okay.
Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
He's definitely jelly. He has to be. If this shit doesn't have Hungarian, you're fucked. Hungary. F. Kuma D. Cape Kuma D. I'm glad that you used it on that.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me.
Should we get Kuma?
I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Notice me, Miss Sonia, please. I need this. Okay. I'm gonna go wire on this one.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Are you?
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Bit of flash, man, come on.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
I hate you.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You are magnificent, Gundam!
What?
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
A dummy doesn't mean the killer prepared in advance. I don't think it was a dummy body. I think it's an elevator. Okay.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Broken door. Oh, okay.
Hurry up,
broken
dumbass!
Door help us with this one.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
This isn't
You
gonna
mean a
solve the
fake
dummy.
body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You are magnificent! No fair! You told. So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
Okay, a dummy of his body is. Okay, so broken doorknob, broken handle only answers that it is the same room that he's in. It doesn't answer that his body is wrong, like it's the right body, and that there's not a dummy. So the Monokuma file could answer that it's not a dummy.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Good
One of the
night
bodies
button.
in one of the towers
Tripped over pillar.
was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
No. Okay, he did. I'll attack.
Damn it!
Dummy then. And if it's not
I'm
it,
gonna
then I
solve
do
this
have
mystery in
one
a
other.
flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the
You're gonna confuse
towers
yourself so much. type?
Was actually dummy. Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Was actually a duck. You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died from a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam! No fair, you told. So which one? Shut up, just
pick one of them.
They almost got it. They almost got it.
I'm gonna solve this.
All right, Gundam.
Hurry up.
One of the
To
bodies
me.
was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a...
You're magnificent! No fair, you
Right,
told.
Jamie?
So which one was
I
the
literally
fake
had
body?
2 opportunities and fucking both
Shut
of them.
up, just pick one of them.
Pick one of them. All right. I used
I'm
the
gonna
mechanical
solve this
body
mystery in a flash.
to defeat the dummy.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Nope. Okay, that wasn't it.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Strange feeling in the tower.
Hurry up,
chain?
dumbass!
What is? Wait.
One of
hold
the
on.
bodies in one of the towers.
What is chain? The chain was wrapped around the handle of the door to the back of Great Tower? Yep, the victim is Nekomaru. The goodnight button was pressed. The oil on the floor we already got. Chain. Contact elevator. Kazuchi's account. Broken doorknob. Strange feeling in the tower. Okay, which one's this one? No, fuck. We can try out chain? Okay. For some reason the killer was able to enter the tower from the strawberry hall. I can try chain out.
Was actually a dummy.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna try chain one more time. The pillar fragments?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Well, by the fact that
Hurry
I don't
up,
think pillar
dumbass.
fragments are an option, I don't think it's pillar fragments.
One of the bodies in was actually a duck. You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died. Mechanical body.
No, okay. 'Cause it's hard to mimic fragments. What would that teach us, though? Tipped over pillar? We're trying to disprove that one of the bodies was a dummy, and we have 2 dip fucks who are saying the same thing. One of them is saying that the body's a dummy, and the other one's saying that Nekomaru's mechanical body could be replicated. I thought the Monokuma file would kind of settle that one, but it doesn't. Chains obviously didn't answer, but I didn't think it would. Not really. Hold on. Let me think about it. Use tipped over pillar? You know what, Dex? For you, I'll use tipped over.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Sure.
Hurry up, dumbass!
I think
One of the
it could work.
bodies in one of the towers
Part would be broken. Yeah.
was actually a dummy.
So it wasn't a tipped over pillar on the first one. So I'll give you the second try as well. I'll give you the only other option.
I'm gonna solve this. And hurry up. One of the bodies in was actually a duck. You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died. Mechanical body.
Okay, so it wasn't that, but I appreciate it. Okay, yes, you're right, but technically Nekomaru isn't a machine. He's a mechanical organism. Magnetic field was unleashed at the time the meteorite landed, causing a reaction
Damn
with
it!
the machine.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Victim wire. You know what we haven't tried? We're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot.
Hurry
dummy
up,
at
dumbass!
The other one.
One of the
Hammer.
bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
No. Okay. Well. Hey, Witch Queen. I hate to. I may have confused myself. Drex loves that hammer. Look. The man knows a good hammer when he sees one. It's a good hammer. Try hammer. Which when I fear that I may have confused myself, it's the ultimate weapon. It's not. There can't be two. There can. There were, in fact, more than one hammers. It was just only one was relevant. The hammer was not the ultimate weapon. The ultimate weapon was information. Try it though. Sure.
Damn it!
Sure. To satiate you, I will try.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
All right, I've done
Hurry
all
up,
of my hammer
dumbass.
options.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Strange feeling again, because his body was never
Damn it!
moved. Okay.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Why are we reusing
Hurry up,
these things?
dumbass! One of the bodies in one of the
Was actually...
Okay.
No,
Strange
that's
feeling
wrong.
In the no, that's wrong. Yeah, I definitely got a little confused on that one.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
What?
Me?
He's disproving himself right now?
Remember? When we moved from Great
you
Tower
did.
to Strawberry Tower,
First try, every time. When we moved from one tower
we
to the
thought
other.
the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Great Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
A little self-report maybe?
Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
Guys, this is what horny on main
It's
does.
all right. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
That's fair. Those are pretty
It'd be
fair
much
statements.
more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
It's so sad.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason
That's
Nekomaru's
truly the
body
scourge
was
of
both
living.
towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
Maybe.
The body moved to a different floor?
Well, the floor moved to a different floor.
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Okay, she may not be trying this. She is shit-talking the fuck out of Akane right now. I am here for it. A device like that? Transporting things to different floors in the same building. Have we ever seen such a device? I feel like I've seen that before. All right, let's do. Don't Hangman's Gambit me. Well, improve Hangman's Gambit. L. But is it Ella? No, it's not an A. Please? Yeah.
Got it!
Might be nice if she has no filter. Oh, more on that later. Oh, I like that we're developing Sonya.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Can you imagine, like, wait, pause the trial. Elevator. You must be talking about an elevator. Like,
Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
Well, honestly, you couldn't be in there.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
One big elevator. always has been, but you're not allowed to be
Which
inside.
means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
I think Makoto had to spell knife. That's fair.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Because it was always the same side, which makes sense as to why the door handle broke off. Because there was no exit
Now
that
that you
way.
mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
It's starting to come together.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator,
Uh-huh.
then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Didn't we
And
talk
a
about
picture of a
projections?
grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
I think it's that the doors just moved.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Well, the reason would be you noticed.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
And a doorknob was missing.
Not just
because
that,
they're two different
but
sets of
if I
doors.
remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Aw, Chiaki running defense.
Did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Okay.
Why do we have to do that?
You got a better idea?
Fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the towers. The body, the pillar, the oil. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing they all have in common, they were all heavy, huge, they were all on the floor. They were all on the floor. Nekomaru wasn't necessarily heavy nor huge, and they weren't all Nekomaru. So I'm gonna say they're all on the floor. Hammer?
Is
No.
it safe to say that
It's
all the
not the
items on the floor
hammer,
didn't
Dre.
change?
Forget the hammer. We solved the hammer. They're all on the floor. And Chucky, walk me there. And
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Something unique about it. Only the floor moves. It's an enormous circle. That is unique. There's no ceiling. That's also quite unique. We only enter from one side. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with only the floor moves. Does only the floor move?
That's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Yeah.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator. Only the floor was.
Just the floor moved.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
But you couldn't open it. It's not how those doors work.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say
Up and
they lead
down.
outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of
Yeah.
that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
It was really effective. I fucked up and thought the same thing.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building
Man, they
had
fucking
a
swindled
totally
me this
twisted
time.
personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Swoon? That's the wrong word.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way,
It's
what
a
does the chain on
tasteless
the
yoke.
far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It means that someone didn't fucking understand how the
It
tower
was-
worked.
Probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
What?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Yeah, I could probably use the parts to repair the button. Even if you do repair it, how are you gonna open it with the chain? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall is a chain wrapped around the doorknob? Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as the chain's there. You don't have to worry about that.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button.
Wait,
so
did we
we'd
ever
stay away
piece
from
together?
Strawberry Tower.
We never pieced together how the fuck he just moves through the walls, though.
Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
Right, which is why no one could actually be in the elevator.
In that situation,
Has to be one of the boys?
if we'd gone to Strawberry
Pretty sure.
Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
Literally, Nagato's the only one who thought about the chain, baited everyone else. He's not that smart. Okay, Drax, I'm listening to you. You have my attention. I'm listening to you. You seem to have cracked the code that it has to be one of the boys. They put the chain on the door and went with the others? And with the others, broke the elevator and the button. Wait, no. Okay, so my question to you would be, there's no way for the boy to go into his own house, specifically because it was broken in Grape House. It was broken on that side, in that location. They broke the button, kept the door open, put the chain on before the door opened? Okay, hold on. They broke the button, but kept the door open. Okay, so door open, button broken now. Then put the chain on before the door. Then when the boys went in there, they broke the elevator? I did it. I'm smart. I truly don't quite follow your lines. We'll see when we get there and you can tell me if you were right or not, okay?
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It honestly could have.
It would have been a
actually.
major inconvenience.
Yeah, it would have been pretty rough.
After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain.
I'm smart,
It's
but
fine
the hammer.
already.
All right.
Gundam, please proceed.
Aw, Sonia.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Yes, I feel like it's established they are connected.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
That is a good question. Yeah, I forgot about the elevator. You know, the real elevator.
That elevator
Because it can't
moves
just go up
vertically.
and down.
Then, when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
So it has to be able to both take you up and down, and it must turn you around.
Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Yes.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
How am I supposed to react to that? I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for this contingency. I've been got. I can't even say anything about that. Houses are on exact opposite sides.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Thank you, Sonia. We all like a good backup. Wrecked. Honestly, MLG no-scoped wrecked. I agree. What does this mean? If they're connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses, but it's not. In fact, when my back was facing the elevator, it was on my right. My back was facing it, it was on my left. Yes. How can I break through this contradiction? Kane's account, Higo's account, the contact elevator, Nagito's sudden appearance, Kazuichi's account, a broken doorknob. I don't think it's broken doorknob. Okay, let's listen.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Oh, the elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Okay.
Which means your reasoning
is clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonia have matching arguments. It sounds like it could make sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
the elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
What is Kazuichi's account? What does he say? The compass's needle spins 180 degrees. So that's how we know. So Kazuichi's account, like, has to be...
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
No. Okay, so it wasn't the opposite directions.
Damn it!
I made a mistake.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
It could be vertically, actually.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Yes, okay.
No, that's wrong.
Account said that it's not entirely vertical. No, that's wrong.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically.
No.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Yeah, you know that because of the compass.
Huh? Me?
How are you so pivotal in, like, everyone's interactions?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
And probably you gotta press the button. He said, Drek said hammer, and it wasn't hammer. And probably you gotta do it. You used the elevator while you were holding the compass.
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
It turned you around.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses...
Hammer. A valiant last word.
It also rotated 180 degrees.
Tell me about
It was
the bug.
probably following the building's
about the
perimeter
rabbits,
as it rotated
George.
to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves.
Is that even
Is that
possible?
even possible?
You didn't even notice the
It's
elevator
like
was moving
something
while you
from
were
an
inside of
amusement
it.
park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun!
Yeah,
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear! So I was never human to begin with! I'm different from these lowly humans!
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
That was all to understand the fucking building.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
He fell. He just falled over.
You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
We haven't heard about this.
I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Why is he getting mad that he has so much information no one else has?
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
I hate you. An octagon means an 8-sided shape.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides. Right?
I'm playing fucking Learn Shapes with Elmo.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Nagito is the worst character. I hate
guess I should
him.
continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
I made this joke when we started. The place befitting of the name Octagon, it's probably... Which one of these fucking places would be an octagon? Hexagon, rectangular prism, elevator, here. I don't think. Okay, so it can't be here, can't be here, can't be here. Shouldn't be here. An octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Here? No.
Crap!
Which one of these fucks has 8 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 plus 4. Isn't Strawberry House 4-sided? Yeah, but it also has the hallway, which could also be 4-sided.
Crap!
The green? They said not green. And that's a hexagon, not an octagon. How the fuck am I flubbing on where an octagon would be? It's inside the...
Crap!
I had a misunderstanding. Fuck. What? Octagon. Octagon. We have like 10 seconds on the clock. Which one of these fucking places is the octagon? It would be like underneath the top of the green? How? How would top of the green be it? Told you, like, genuinely though? How? Like...
Here!
How is this 8 sides?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete.
I told you I know my shit.
Final dead room.
Oh no, it's the octagon because it's the floor underneath the red room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
The secret room counts? Yeah?
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Just fuck off, edge me.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
In the depths.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different.
Yeah.
I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
The identity?
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Oh, I mean, yeah, as the pillar.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
Who?
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
So it is one of the boys? I don't know how you pieced together so it is one of the boys yet.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
I mean, using an entire building to kill someone, especially Nekomaru, is definitely impressive. Like, credit where it's due, that shit's pretty impressive. Alright, it's the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru, and who did it? It's time for an intermission, you guys. We're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway.
Woo! Hiya!
That's a new bad word to call Mona. I already tell I won't be pleased by this. Let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious Stafatli. It's much more straightforward than I Stafatli? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these words. Ta-da, Stafatli. There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay,
It's mostly
everyone,
fat.
all together now. Monami is a serious Stufatli.
Stufatli. Would I like to save my current progress? Sure. Keeping the pattern, it has to be a boy. Keeping the pattern, it has to be a suicide.
I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Monomi, that's so sad.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
I feel like that was supposed to be kind of a revelation.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
So I was wrong. The weapon was the building. You were wrong, Drex. Your L is in the mail.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
Said I think it's all wrong. Oh, all of it? No, I'm sure, buddy. I'm sure some of it's right.
Is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
Yeah, but you don't care if you die.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Aw, he retracted.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual.
Gundam from you? I want none of it.
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
God, don't you love the way he says that word? Sends shivers down my
Forcibly
spine.
sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
Yeah, I see.
It's fine.
Thank you for coming.
Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
All right, killer.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
You're still drooling. Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. He must be laser focused on this race right now. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
How did he die?
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I mean, I'm saying tripped. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged as if beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he were beaten, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that utilized it? Crushed by the elevator, beaten with the blunt object. I'm going with my gut on this one. I think he fell.
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
He fell. Oh, he fell down.
Falling?
Yes.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected,
then the blood on the pillar would be shifted close to it? Maybe.
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
I was right. We were right, comrade. It was our facts.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Yeah, where from?
That I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the
What do
method.
you have, Ultimate Breeder, besides charisma?
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Well, you can't really open those doors, though.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
It won't open unless you're a mechanical genius like Hazuichi.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Okay, let's tone it down a little.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
When I talk about Nekomaru, mine is too, sister. Give her here. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? To reach the truth behind this, I need to solve that mystery next. It's probably a girl. It might be. Contact elevator, broken alarm, broken doorknob, strange feeling in the tower, the good night button, the contact Hiko's account. Hiko's account, maybe?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
How about this?
After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
It is the sleep button.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
This is
That
good
must
night
be
button.
the threshold of that elevator.
Okay. The broken sleepy time button. Drax was correct. Alright, it's all up to me.
When the elevator is on the you can't go through the door on the
It'd be impossible to shove.
Then, how about after locking they moved the elevator from the 4th floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object.
No, that's wrong!
Drax is correct. Let's all give a hand to Drax for knowing that it was the sleepy time button.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Exactly. So what if he's sleepy time?
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his
His
sleep mode?
mode? He's the
When
hammer?
Nekomaru's goodnight button is
Maybe.
pressed,
I'll give
all
you
of his functions
maybe.
shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Now we are talking about relative motion, yes.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
True.
Silence, pest!
Sonia? Talking about my girl Chiaki.
Now
like
you're
that.
calling me a pest?
Oh, treating my man Kazuichi like that. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki has an idea, but what way could that be? Okay, so how can they force a drop? Am I going logic diving? No, again. Wire, goodnight button, tipped over pillar, a new looking hammer, broken doorknob, wire. I think it might be wire on this one? I don't know.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Okay.
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Sonia.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
I don't think it's that.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Ooh, wait, I actually do think it could be the doorknob.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Don't go down that line. I promise you, friend, it's only pain. Okay, here's my line of reasoning. Someone was in there with him before he was about to do Monokuma Tai Chi, and they're like, hey, can you grab the doorknob and try it out for me? He grabs the doorknob, he starts holding on to it. Boom! Sleepy time button, he's holding on. And then as he's falling, the doorknob breaks. I think it's doorknob. I think it's broken doorknob.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
To think about the
the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No.
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor suspicious.
Ooh. But I don't really know how. You should stop saying things that... Fuck, I feel like I'm on the right path. I think it's doorknob on the floor.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Hammer?
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Good night button. Wire, broken doorknob.
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Because the time button is broken? Well, yes.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
See, I think
What about
he's
the
falling
oil on the
asleep
floor?
while he's holding on to the...
The doorknob on the floor is...
Yep,
I agree with that.
got it. Hammer could have done it. Yeah, I agree. The hammer could have done that. I think we're on
Didn't
a
the
separate
doorknob have
point right
scrape
now.
marks on it?
I think it's the hammer, and I respect you thinking it's that. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks?
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Potentially.
Is
it
that
was
the
wrapped
same
up.
wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Uh-huh.
The elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Another minute time map?
That's right.
Maybe.
He was suspended in midair.
Here's what I'll do. We roll a sus on Drex. If he's over 50%, he gets a minute timeout for the hammer. If he goes under, he's good, and he gets to survive this time. No, Drex, we live by the roll. 50% and up, timed out.
Huh?
Huh?
The killer tied up Mechamarus with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
Right.
Tied the tip of the wire
come
into a
on.
knot and hung it on the doorknob to the
Come
fourth
on.
floor.
99% Drex. Come on, man. You have to. It's my full name. No, that's 99%. We know it's Drex. I still lose. Yep, you had two options. Alright, goodbye, Drex. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, the tip of the wire into a knot hung it from the doorknob.
With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Yes, and then he fell. Aww, sleepy boy.
And suspended Mechamarus in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
He should be longer for his warring era. Which Queen, if you don't mention it, he won't remember. But potentially. Crimes for a different day. He was hung? Yes.
You better not finish that sentence!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy!
Kazuichi, you've been wrong so much.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
I'm uncomfy. Drax, don't do that. Because if he's suspended, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Wire, tip-over pillar, new-looking hammer, broken doorknob, radio clock, clock's alarm timer. Hold on. Okay, so I don't think it's the hammer. I don't think it's pillar fragments. Broken doorknob. So it could be radio clock or the timer. Broken doorknob, maybe.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I agree with what Kazuichi is wondering. It seems certain an elevation inside the tower was used to kill him. To find the answer.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push... There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
It is.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Okay, it wasn't that one.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Not if he has his timer.
Allow me to cut through those words!
No, it was the timer that went off that made him fall.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
Oh dear. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
Because he had the timer.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
This is true.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
It's weird that someone else is able to set that alarm.
You woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why.
You might freak out.
If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Right.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Right.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yeah, he was a thick boy.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, I would imagine the killer just wanted him dead.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because I shall use my full power. Whoa! Put all this power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands by the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Ooh. If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
So in his final act, he ripped the handle off of the door
Do you finally understand now?
To show us that he, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
Yep.
I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest.
No.
I'm a total fucking pig.
No. Oh, don't do this.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
This is the wrong way to go.
If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
The hammer was a decoy? That's the secret, it always was.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Aw.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Not this way.
This guy. He gets off on this.
Of course he does.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course you know that too, right?
It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of happening was he collided with the pillar.
I see.
Yep, he ran face first into that
Nekomaru fell to the
of
floor. He ended
rock.
up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Finally, the pillar.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
I think somebody died
See,
there.
I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Drex, not only was the hammer a decoy, like we had established a while ago, you are still falling for the decoy until a minute ago.
Well, the pillar was a
It was
bonus.
a good decoy, it got you
It's not
pretty
even
good.
clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm?
What about
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Hold on.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
No, come on. How can
What'd
we
you
not?
just
You're
say?
just so...
Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Yes.
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yes, it was.
Nah, that's impossible.
Yakuza.
Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
You got to the tower at the point that you
Now that
believe
you mention it, so
was
did
7.
I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Oh, but I'm actually ready for the
How were you
time
able to
contradiction.
discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
There are 2 timers. There are technically 3 clocks. 2 of them are 2 hours behind. Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to get the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. So he died? Well, yes, he is dead, currently. The wall clock... I think we're gonna go with the radio clock first. I feel like that's gonna be our first starting point.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Yes.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
Yes.
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Yes, and Nekomaru's was perfect.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's.
You cannot mess with
No,
that
that's
clock.
wrong.
It is a radio clock. I fucking knew it all. When it comes to time, baby, I'm there.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Yep. He died at 5:30. He died at 7:30. Everyone believed it to be 5:30 because someone tampered with all the
So
other
you're
clocks in the
saying
building.
there's no way the killer
He
could have
died at
tampered with the
7:30.
clock?
Nekomaru's clock can't be tampered with.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was
That's
the
a
one that
timeout.
got
We can't
tampered
just time
with.
Drex out every time he's wrong. We time him out when it's the hammer and he's wrong.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time
children.
displayed.
Children.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
The right answer would be Fuyuhiko saw him leave at 5:30, so timeout time. Do you guys just want Drex to be in 60-second timeouts perpetually? I don't think that's the route we want to go down. The time-related contradiction, I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Perhaps we're misunderstanding something. I think if I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to the mystery. Okay, I think we're doing another logic dive, or okay, logic dive. At this point, I'm leaving stream. Have a good night. You have a good night, Drex. You're always fun. When the murder happened, okay, what did we understand? When the murder happened, or okay, they misunderstood the time in the building. We did not know what time it was. Oh, fuck, whoops. I was too busy looking at the cool, like, semi-3D Hajime. He's, like, semi-3D. Okay, question number 2. What clock was tampered with? The building's clock. Mechamarus cannot be tampered with. Okay, and then we should have like one more left. And okay. You know, it seems like a pretty big departure from the last game. I do enjoy this game. It's a cool minigame. Which house had the wrong time? Strawberry, grape, or both? I think it's both houses. I think both houses were wrong. Because they did the filler game in the 3D style, so I guess it was a test. Oh! Hell yeah. Okay, so I was right with all the...
It's all coming together!
All coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Come on, Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
Or did they all have the wrong time?
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
Yeah.
What? All the clocks?
But that's so many clocks.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was.
I feel
There's
like
no
it
way
may
I would have
not be
noticed that.
Akane now.
This is truly fantastic!
Because I don't want to be presumptuous or
Now's
just
not the time to be
presumptuous.
pleased. More importantly, how
I don't
much
think
was
she
the
could
time
figure
on?
out the building thing. I feel like the building thing specifically is above Akane. Alright, that's the main problem. I need to clarify by now how much the time was off before the killer messed with the clocks. That's the next mystery. I'm going to reach, I think it was an hour and a half. Because Monokuma was at 7 o'clock. Strange feeling, Fuyuhiko, contact elevator, now I get to sudden care, clocks alarm.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death.
Which clearly 7:30 a.m.
That is true.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be
Fuyuhiko's
used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Okay.
Or his scream.
I don't know about
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Okay, so no scream and no alarm, but they did. Okay, how much did the killer adjust inside the building? How would I even figure that out? It might actually be Akane. Akane may have been the one to figure this out, because you said it was at like 5 a.m. that there was a loud thump. So it
if
might
the
actually
time
be...
in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time it's 7 in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Yes, okay. Akane
I agree with
did.
that.
5:30 goes 5:30. I think the time he fell was 5 o'clock, roughly.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
No, it would. So 5:30 would have been our time. 5:30 would have been the time that everyone saw, or that everyone heard the big thump, which would be what Akane is.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
Wait,
Was that the sound from when
time, it would have been
Nekomaru
5:30. Yes, you are correct, Rex.
Well, a
Are
huge
you too
body
into
fell
the
from the
story
fourth
now?
floor to the first,
Are you
and the
sucked
pillar fell
in
with
just a
it.
little too much?
It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
So we did hear the
We
impact.
heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Oh no, Trex is going full Gundam. Sonia.
What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Sus.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Which should be about 2
I
hours.
heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
Huh? You can tell?
I
Yes, you can.
instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
Yes, excellent work, killer. If that rumbling, we heard at 5:30 a.m. So it's 2 hours.
I
2
see.
hours.
Nekomaru's
I feel
alarm
like we're
went off
getting
at
so
7:30.
close. I feel like
And if
we
we
are
heard the
so
sound of
close.
his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours?
I'm literally
That
shaking
much?
in my chair. I feel like we're so
We were
close to
starting pretty
getting it.
badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of
Woke
time?
up because of the loud sound. Yes. Chiaki? Oh, you know what? Chiaki is awfully silent. Killer
The
altered
reason is
time.
obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only
If you
Nekomaru?
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
He's the only one that knows the right time.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid
Top
success.
of the rooms.
That's all it means.
It's either Nagito, Gundam, Fuyuhiko, or Chiaki. That is quite the gambit. That is half of us. Okay, from there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. So I don't think it's Nagito. It could be Gundam, Fuyuhiko, maybe Chiaki, but out of those, because Hajime heard it? Yeah, Hajime did hear it. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If you're trying to lure out only Nekomaru, then it would have been Monokuma.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
Oh, Sonia wouldn't have heard it because she was in her room. Oh, wait. Yeah, because the excellent rooms have great sound dampening. That's why Akane and... Oh, that's the only reason that Akane and we were able to hear it. Akane and Hajime could hear it because we had bad insulation in our rooms, but there's good insulation in the expensive rooms. That is clever.
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Right.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
So Chiaki could have been asleep? Chiaki might have. Chiaki was in her own big room.
That's right.
So maybe.
In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
It really was.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
Where was Monokuma in all of this?
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
How outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi, but it turned out like this after all, so I guess it couldn't be. Can't be.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Some would say about 2 hours.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Putting your foot in your mouth?
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Huh?
Wrong! Too bad!
So sorry.
Liar! I'm right!
Had a hard to Chiaki put away to sleep?
That's not it!
Yep.
It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer.
And eventually he'll sub with
so
Prime.
stubborn like
Eventually I'll get directs.
Let's
one of
just
these
ignore
days.
the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
What the hell do you mean?
What does Fuyuhiko have
You
to say?
witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Did it?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Yeah.
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is.
Okay.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Okay.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room.
Fuyuhiko
There
saw
was
all
one
of the
guy who
girls
never
were
left the
asleep.
lounge.
Who you sus? Okay. So Fuyuhiko is safe because he was fine. It won't be Hajime. The girls were asleep. It could be Gundam, actually. I don't remember who all was around the alarm. I really hope it's not Kazuichi. I really
We're
hope it's
both on the
not.
same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Chiaki also cleared Kazuichi? Ah. But Gundam can't kill for shit?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Who's the bastard? It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time. So there's Gundam or Nagito? I don't think it's Nagito. God, Gundam? My gut tells me it's Akane, but Gundam has nothing. I was aware the lounge clock was ringing after all. I rushed over there, didn't I? And then when the rumbling noise occurred soon after, I was with all the others.
Crap!
Gundam and Nagito? Wait, what, does Nagito not have an alibi? All of you?
You're the only one!
So Nagito's the only one? Yeah, wait. No, he did. He specifically said that he didn't have an alibi.
It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
Wasn't there.
It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
And Nekomaru's
You didn't
dad.
come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
And he had a shitty room.
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
Is he gonna have a plot save again? I hope not. The faster Nagito leaves, the better everyone is for it.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Oh god.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
I couldn't. You're back hella tracks.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
You know, if you get a Twitch Prime, you don't have to feel bad.
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Frank. Shut up. Shut up. You could?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
You... What?
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it,
But the insulation.
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
Well, Gundam and Fuyuhiko have alibis with each other.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is what these three have in common. Could this also be the secret that points to the killing? Well, they have the thick rooms. Hangman's Gambit. Deluxe, got it. Deluxe. Fuck. Got it. Deluxe room. Would a crew and Guns work together, but one of them got Nekomaru killed because the person Nekomaru didn't trust Gundam, so...
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
Maybe? I don't know if all of that quite tracks. Because then it would leave Hanzuichi to also fill in for their alibis.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms
are super thick. Divided by quality, the deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room has so-so and is pretty decent, and the Crummy room has severe airflow and crap problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise
Was the soundproof?
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Why is he just so mean?
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. Is it a rough breakup? Yes, it has. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Okay. Not Gundam, not Fuyuhiko, not Kazuichi, not Nagito. I want to call it Akane. I want to call it Akane. Gundam. Okay, Gundam. He can't kill shit. No, gut. I'm going with my gut. It's Akane. I'm not the killer. There's no way I'd kill him. Okay, there's no evidence that points to her. Okay. Nagito only didn't have an alibi, but who is the killer is the thing? Yeah. Gundam? Oh my god, I don't think it's Gundam. There's so many things that point to it not being Gundam. Here you go.
You're the only one!
It's Gundam.
Gundam?
There's something,
I want
to
to ask you.
There's so many things that point to it not being him. What do we want to ask him?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Right. Did Gundam have a soundproof room?
What's wrong with that?
Wait, I thought Nekomaru had the other soundproof room. Did Gundam have the other soundproof room?
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
You had a soundproof
Hear
room
what?
too?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Right.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor.
Maybe they get to
He
survive.
couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Having an alibi is a problem? Oh, that is a switch up.
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
You solved the murder case? You got there. You said hammer 80 times and then Gundam. And
That's why.
It happened
Even
to
though
work.
you were staying in a deluxe room,
Congratulations,
you
Drax.
still went to the lounge.
You've been secretly
Am
sussing
I
him
right?
out? Oh. I have not noticed. You were very secret.
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
You've been hyping up a murderer the whole time.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
Me. Sus Gundam.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while.
He was like
Am I
genuinely
correct?
just starting to be likable.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right?
Right.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mechamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
Which is why he wasn't in his room at all.
Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
That's how DRG works. You start to like them, they die.
And They were supposed to
actually,
stay
they
in
just
their
start
room.
to like enjoy him.
They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
They fumbled the bag.
Because I was in the lounge.
Wow, Fuyuhiko played a big role
So the
in
killer
this.
couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
He just went right by and just went into his room, he'd have been safe. This raucous, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld, bellowing for a sacrifice. Why are they making all that noise outside?
But why'd you come
He could
out?
have just went to his room.
You should have
He
hid
could have
till
just went
the
to his room.
excitement died down.
Yeah.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
You needed to slip
If
past.
those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please,
No,
can you at least
you're
say
falling
something?
for him, Sonia. No, you can't fall for him.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10.
The answer is 10.
Yeah.
That's right, I possess 10 ears.
Where are we going
That
with this?
means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Huh?
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
I'm happy that
At the
Sonia
time,
getting
I
out of
left
these
my
kinda
room
cool.
to go to the bathroom. By
mean-
coincidence, I heard the alarm.
See, now I feel like is the time that Witch Queen pipes in with like, actually Gundam is a horrifically
That's
tragic
right.
story
That's all it was.
that
The
will
world
just
is
ruin
always
your
so
day
simple.
when you find out how sad he is. He was never cared for as a child
Are
and
you
had to
saying
make
it was
friends
just a
with
coincidence?
animals.
Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Come on, Witch Queen, how
Yet
sad
I'm
is
being
Gundam really?
suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out.
Kind of, but wait, I wait for post-trial. I appreciate the wait.
Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
So it is. Oh, so he is
So,
sad. Look
Why
at
don't
Gundam
we
and tell me
just
that he's
go
not
ahead
one of
and
the
start
saddest people.
voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
All right, someone's gonna say that's
Hold on
not.
a sec.
You may shut
You
up.
know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act.
Opening
you
act.
know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Is that how that works?
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What?
Oh?
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later.
What if I while we
And
wait for
finish this
Gundam
opening act
is
already.
Commando? What? Ultimate Breeder. Never mind. Stupid question.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
The beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off. Correct. Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
But you have hamsters.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
It's a tattoo? Oh, shit.
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
You specified human.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Clearly.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
What did I ask you 2 chapters ago? That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is wrong. I've seen 3. I think we've seen 4. At least at one point. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. His scarf? Oh, okay. Good night button, Fuyuhiko, the wall clock, clock broken. Contact elevator?
That elevator was the only means of travel between the 2 houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Okay, contradiction is something is obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I can shoot through. I'm going to find out what this is for the sake of everyone. I'll shoot through the contradiction. Okay.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the 2 houses. As long as that elevator was broken.
Okay, I think I have it.
Your assumption collapses.
Assumption collapses.
Plus, the
someone
elevator
says
was
secret passageway, which Nagito was
broken
definitely
at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Okay, so
how much longer do you plan to
shoot
lecture
it on
me? Why don't we stop this already?
I'll shoot it on. It's the only way. Contradiction, something obviously wrong.
That elevator was the only means of...
Nope, because Nagito has a secret passageway.
No, there should have been another way to move between the 2 houses without the elevator.
Ooh. God, I feel good.
Such a method does not exist.
So you say?
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito. Mr.
You're the only one!
You're phasing through buildings?
Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about?
Oh no, he's so sweepy.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Right. Why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
I wonder what it is.
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve
course show up. Fuck you.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Okay.
After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
So it was relevant.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Akane, we already knew that
Plus,
part.
once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
Did
If they
his
used that
Davis
secret
help him?
passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh my god. I'm being Infinity Unlimited
However,
Flame.
what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Oh yeah, what if, guys? You helped out? You did help out, Drax. Absolutely you did.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
Great voice acting. We love to hear it.
There's no way I can stop.
Gundam is good. Gundam is good.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, so let's take a moment to pause here. What? So Gundam is Hulk. Can we check our pet though? Not yet, but I will be able to. Broken doorknob, radio clock, pillar fragments, take over pillar, good night button.
Even if the turbine box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Okay.
I already proved the secret passage exists.
Okay, so it
The
does
secret
exist.
passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Okay, he probably means try providing evidence that the killer went to the Octagon. That would be the ultimate weapon? What would prove that a killer went there? The wire? Okay. Key which dwells in the light, that will break through the darkness?
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I think you were right. Might have just missed the slice. Maybe. I think it's the wire. I can't think of anything
Know
else.
the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Okay, I fucked up my slice. We're so good though. Okay. Try that one more time.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Okay.
Allow me to cut through those words!
The wire. The perfect
The
solution.
wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
All of these things were in it.
Those are all the items that
L
weren't in
fuck.
Funhouse.
Don't worry about
Where
it.
did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Nagito, you've been to the Octagon. Sus.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
The hammer's a part of it? Yes. Drex, the hammer was
Since
a part.
those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Right? If it wasn't the ultimate weapon, true.
It seems this is the end.
This is the end.
Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
And you're gonna again.
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act.
Why
so I'm
opening
going to end
acts?
this right now.
Hey, what are you...
You're stealing my
First
thunder.
of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam
Wait,
tried
I
to
don't get to
lure
do it
only
this time?
Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that.
I'm shook.
At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
So sassy.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Oh?
What's wrong with that?
Psych?
Don't mess with me!
Yeah, he didn't even go into his...
Don't mess with me!
Freak out
I
yet.
cannot ignore those words!
He didn't do a Pokemon battle with Nekomaru.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything
He's
at
like
all!
admitting it.
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
I don't want to not see him die. It's okay.
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
I can't.
I
can't finish.
cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
You gonna bust one out,
It's
dog?
obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Oh, he is.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Sure, but what about a 5-on?
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitation.
You're not hamster. Well, we're only killing him, not his hamsters.
That's wrong, Gundam.
Gundam, you're wrong.
You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say
Just
that
3?
I'm
There were
satisfied.
4. Just because you can't see all 4 of them, you bat, doesn't mean there were only 3 Davis. There's 4 of them.
Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
There were 3. 2 on his right shoulder, Chonker on the left, and 1 in the crook of his arm. There were 4, I promise you.
First, you must
One of
crush
them was
them with
sitting
your
in his
own
elbow. You just
overwhelming
didn't see the
power.
elbow.
And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
You were hungry. What do you mean reason?
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Is it okay?
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
Was it
Even if you didn't get behind him,
we all know
you
it's
should
the
have been able
Davis.
to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The hamsters.
Oh?
It was the hamsters the entire time.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
It's like you still get to comic. I'm glad.
Of course, it'd be impossible for a normal.
I like
hamster,
doing a little
but
comic.
it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes. Right?
Did we? Wait, when did that happen? In accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Beep. Hamster push button. You press the button. Self-timing out. Aww. Soon, the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Uh-huh. They're very skilled hamsters. The Davis helped in first case storage too.
Hey,
Oh.
with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Beep.
How about it?
They're so
Gundam.
skilled.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
That's not a help. That's not helpful.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Oh, okay, so he is just...
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere.
I think so. I think he actually got his thing back.
Oh.
Headed home now. Alright, Taka. Well, I'm glad you got to make it up to this point. Jeez. You have been at work all day. Poor guy.
Now, trample this life! Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road! Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands!
Closing argument. Drive safe. Okay, stock one. Okay, so let's start ringing. Go for Dark Davis. This one push button. Yes, this one push button. After he was down. Don't feel good. You just do what you gotta do. Okay. Let's take a look at the Fuyuhiko. Okay, he's tampering with Hiko can't sleep. Who set the lounge clock's alarm? Okay. Who's in the lounge since early in the morning? That is Fuyuhiko. Some good strips of comic for probable. Oh, are there? What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? He saw him at 5. Nekomaru dangling mid-air, wrapping the chain on. Could it be here? Ability destroyed what after leaving the tower? Wire wrapped around that. Okay, started going up here. That ends that. The full image will be satisfied. Why are you baiting my other chatters with horny images? Look, ruining this for me. The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? The little door button. What was the fake weapon left at the tower? That is the hammer. The wire wrapped around. No, this is after he's fallen. What time did we hit soon? Is this a problem? No. Okay. I woke up at him falling. Crash, Akane, I woke up. Stock number 3. So I already have this one, so that's fine. I need to wrap a wire around Nekomaru's feet. Doorknob. This is a huge hammer. Where's the fake weapon at? DRB. Wow. At the moment where it's all going down. Okay. Alarm set for 5:30. It's 5. What is this? Who sets the lounges? Yes.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Here's everything.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Alright, all the tricks.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours.
Right, so no one else knew what time it was.
Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
Right.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Finish Kazuichi. I'm waiting for it. I am excited to finally finish
that secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident,
100%.
Nekomaru woke up
sus.
and headed over to Great Tower for a specific reason.
No, that's not sus. It's just homosexual. It's just homosexuals.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence,
so defeated. Look at him.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m. But by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, Because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower.
Yep, here he goes.
But the killer was waiting for him there.
And launched 4 hamsters.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
The power of hamsters. Heat.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
The wire. Hamsters.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's
The
chest to
hamster man.
7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
Not the door
They
button.
did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower.
Okay.
And to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
Right. Dun dun.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower.
You're back, congratulations. Imagine showing only that part to someone who's never played the game before. Imagine
When
showing
that happened, the elevator-like
throwing
floor of the tower
hamsters at a
began descending.
mech to someone who's never played these games before. Imagine showing these games to someone who's never played these games before. Your pattern was correct? It was correct. What happened in the elevator-like floor?
And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door.
Wow, a single
This
frame
was done
has
to make
never
us falsely believe we
clenched
couldn't enter the
someone
tower
so
from
hard
Strawberry
as this
Hall.
hammer with dragons. No, it's the hammer. I know it is.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage. So they could craft their
Got
alibi
you
when
with a hammer
Nekomaru
for
died
sure.
from the fall.
That Loch Ness monster, he got me again.
But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock
It would've been a
alarm
perfect
started
time
ringing
to
at
go
5:30.
into his room.
Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
Sway his body
Originally,
powerfully.
the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
There was a heavier load than expected, you guys. We just weren't expecting this quality and quantity of load.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor.
That's one way to do it.
He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Can you believe we went back to sleep after this? Like, we actually just, like, fell
That
back
someone
to sleep.
is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Anyone but you. Look at us for Davis. He seems a little fruity.
Splendid.
Oh no, a loud crash. Someone must have died in this killing game. 5 more minutes.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Why?
Stop. Stop it already.
Aww.
Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Akane calling him out.
I'll friggin' kill you myself!
Technically, Gundam considers himself a overlord of the
I cannot
Netherworld.
believe it. I just cannot believe.
Just cannot.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
Alright, that's all I need to
My
hear.
beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
See, they need to make one of these games, but you don't play as Hajime or Nagito. You just play as some of the, like, dip fucks that are also there. Just like, no. I need to play as Akane. That's what I need to play in one of these games. I don't need to be... We did exceedingly well today. Like, pretty solidly good. Nagito? No. Ships Mechamaru and Gundam just cuz? Yeah, one's a Gundam and the other one's a fucking Gundam.
This result isn't all that exciting.
Nice. The Gundam reciprocates Sonia's feelings? Well, of course he does. Well, there definitely felt like there was something there.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Cast your vote.
Who will be
He's on the
chosen
first
as
game?
the
Almost none of
blackened?
these people are in the
Will
first
you
game.
make the right choice or the
Believe it or not.
dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
It's Gundam. Gundam Tanaka. Good night, sweet prince, my little baby boy. Be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results.
Yahoo!
Correct yet again, 4 in a row, no mistakes. The one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing Funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now
Is the
then.
MC in the first game? But no. The MC in the first game is Hinata. No, it's a Nagi. Makoto Nagi. Should start the backstorying then? Please do. Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial's finished, but that doesn't mean the incident's over. That goes new here. Everyone except for Byakuya and Monokuma is new in this game. We can't finish it until we hear from Gundam.
Jeez.
So why did I say Hajime and Nagito? Because I want to play one of these games, except I'm not playing as Hajime or Nagito. I would like to play as someone like Akane. Someone who's dumb as shit, that's just there for the ride. That's me. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Is Akane? That's what I want to do. Why do you want to talk to the one who's lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say.
Listen
say
well!
So. Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake.
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and
This,
died.
too, must be the will
If
of
he was
causality.
just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow
You.
Hmm? I shall reveal it
Let's
all.
make history.
With the final room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru there. And this is what happened. Oh? We were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation, and we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you
He was
this.
serious, too. He gave his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Mechamarus really did that. He fought.
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
And he used the dagger.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Is it my turn to be happy? When you stop loving people that are begging to die.
That is...
Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values.
Let me tell you this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment. A mere feeling of resignation. Kill two people just to kill two people? Yeah, but there's more bodies, there's more evidence. It's harder to get away with killing two people. Are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. You mean you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside the building, everyone had been dominated by the feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason.
If you flinch, you will die!
Give up on a life that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Well, an ultimate swimmer person from the first game, the last person to try and say that they swam to get away from my gaze of ultimate fucking figuring shit out, immediately was caught by me. Have you fools heard the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism.
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
People who typically in anime align themselves with people who have extra-dimensional powers who are essentially in their minds. He is fairly socially awkward. His whole existence is to be Chunibyo. Calling everyone a fiend because he lacks proper communication skills. He's a huge animal advocate and he runs an animal website. Aww. He's also not afraid to die. I mean, so it would seem. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
All that just to try and justify what you did?
What?
Sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to a battle. Regardless, as I have already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. I feel like I went to high school with the guy like this.
Fall, my tears.
But even so, I still see him at Walmart from time to time. He's a good guy. Don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
What death will have since he's a breeder? One that's gonna end with someone saying poggers. What about the final dead room? How did you do the Russian roulette?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once. But compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
After listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that. Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would have such a foolish question.
Name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I am history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? And I'll just leave it at that. Let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun starts. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction?
Not the devas.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor.
Aww. Don't progress. Okay, for Drex's sake, he's been here all night. He's been through thick and thin with us this evening. I will pause for Drex. I'll give him that. Alright. Well, now 2 of you aren't ready. Well, now I'm just tempted to go even faster. He and Nekomaru fight to see who'd win, but mainly Nekomaru sacrificed himself, and so did Gundam alike, so that everyone else didn't starve. Huh. Aww. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, both of them are dying so that everyone else can get out of the building. Alright, Drex should be just about back from his ads right about now.
I was simply visiting for a moment,
Waiting
and
for
now
Drex.
that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
I must return to the darkness.
That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
A little strange,
Open
a little
sesame,
weird, but
pandemonium!
he's stuck by his
I shall
guns.
fill hell with true hell!
He didn't let it down for a
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Okay, he should be walking with Monokuma in this. He should not be dragged. Gundam has been found guilty. Time for his punishment. That's it, right? Hand to that thing? Yes. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. The Davas! He left a wall. He's riding a spell turtle. Does it finish in time? Okay. Okay. He did in fact do it. Oh. He was stampeded. What? Huh? Yeah, very anime, you are right. Gundam. No, no! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Hamsters are making set of Gundam's execution. Now, most people think Gundam's a little magic portal to save his hamsters. That's not true. Monokuma controls these executions. I believe maybe Monokuma wanted to let him show off. I guess I don't know, but the spell is no relation to the hamsters. He also doesn't get what he wants. He goes to heaven instead of hell, where he claims he. I did notice that. That like he didn't go to hell. He isn't an overlord of hell. He actually went to heaven instead. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer.
Damn it.
Damn it. I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you, but the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. The tears running down her face. She really fucks with Gundam. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's knowing this is over. Going with my cursed heart fill and saying the next one to die is Kazuichi? Yes, but at least we'll have his ability. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died anyway. That's a good point. I like to make them. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
How long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so you just get out of here. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this gonna continue? We have our final island opened. Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Ooh, shifts too fast.
Not like that.
It's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's kind of what it means to live, right?
Huh.
Certainly something else. I'm starving.
Hey.
Well, let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Just save and check Nick. That is fair. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun. Of course, our optimism was only superficial, but at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Nagito. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Never expected to obtain so much valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. Why is he so white? Look at this white man. And before everyone else, too. I'm just too funny. It's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
It's the evil, all evilness is white. I should have known. I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. Do you really want the answer as to why he's so white? Is it a spoiler? Is why he is so white a spoiler? I would imagine if you're offering, it's not. I cannot ignore this. Sure, why is he so white? Why is he so crispy and pale?
Appears!
Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thank you for coming.
What's this?
So glad you could finally make it. Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
Your face looks scary. FT spoiler, not main story? Oh, okay. I see. So you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well. I'd say it's like that, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. He has cancer? Really? Out of anything you could have said, cancer was not what I expected. Wow, and you're out here saying all evilness is white. Aged poorly. Even you don't know. Looks like the final showdown's gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
Just wrong on this one. Look, I goofed once. It's not permanent. There's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead. Why, his hair faded white too? Oh. What about it? There was information about 16 people. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What?
You don't even know?
There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us. Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's
Of
Peak.
course!
Yeah, I just reused the stuff the former headmaster spent a lot of time making. If this file even contains information about the traitor, is that person also a former student?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could be. Is this your doing? Did you slip false info into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? He was also kidnapped once, but the police found him because he's so lucky. Aww. He truly is a lucky guy, huh? What's wrong with that? It's weird how Nagi never used his ultimate luck, though. Nagito's just using that shit like it's literally anything. If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that.
Well...
Right? That's not my point.
Right?
My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
You're splendidly correct when you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It must be Byakuya. I mean, it could have been. It could have been Byakuya. It's just like Monomi after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing. Existence means nothing, huh?
No!
That's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this office. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. I came here to offer my cooperation.
Huh?
Your purpose is to fill everyone with despair. That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please.
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate some.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. Very
No! Unbe Unbelievable.
I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you. I knew you'd say that. I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. It's just I thought you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. I'm going to create absolute hope that shines brightly. Stepladders such as myself in despair. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Nagy? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of another person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this?
Say what?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're waiting for someone. Is the person you're waiting for already here?
Hey.
Answer the question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person's already on this island, would that be exciting? Who could it be? Who the fuck could it be? How many days? It has to be like 2 days. Like it was 9 days last time. 5 days left. 5 days, 11 hours. Oh, God. Do Ultimate Robot's dream of clockwork has finally come to an end. 5 days for what? Now that is a good question, friends. Only 7 of us left. To be continued. You got a new present. The Hellhound earring. I would like to save my progress. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to our living our less than ordinary lives. And just like before, we were all gathered at the restaurant. Jeez. Am I raiding now? I'm going to check on my snake, and I'll figure it out after that. After I check on my little snake pet, then I'll figure out what to do. It makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. It's more spacious. Oh, what? That you don't have 16 people here? Too bad I'm raiding? Yeah, when I'm raiding. Too bad. You're raiding now. End stream. Goodbye. That's not how that works.
Stupid fool!
But I will go ahead and raid whoever that person is. Get it together.
My.
You hear something?
Hey!
Now, because of you, we have 2 rules. Is that Nekomaru? Was that his voice?
Huh?
He's no longer...
What's up?
You're raiding, as in you're gonna raid someone? Yeah, I intended to.
I'll beat you up!
Yes, okay, good. What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. That's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
I'm starting to get tired of...
Jeez.
He is kind of alive still. Well, I mean, I guess we're about to... Do we speak English? Y'all are grilling directs. I don't think it's going to be another direct situation. Ignore me. I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
All right.
Yeah, it took me all night to make this. Aww.
My.
A doll.
I'm no doll. I'm Mini-Maru.
Mini-Maru. I love him. I love Mini-Maru. I took some parts from him to make him. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? Of course, it doesn't have free will, so it's more like a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
You serious?
Oh, it's so cute. I'll keep it.
Well,
I Never said anything about giving it
I'll
away.
beat you up!
Who be stuck up? Your stuff is my stuff. It's a bully's logic.
Man.
It doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyways, and as long as we have it, we won't forget about his sacrifice. We're standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening
Engines
again,
revving!
we gotta fight too, right? Can't just keep running away. I never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. You want a mini Maru too? Please don't have those types of dreams with it, Akane. She's okay. She just wants her friend back. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life, so I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over.
Miss Sonia?
What do you think about my little pep?
Oh my!
Are you do you exist? Are you here?
Are you kidding me?
First of all, I'm memorizing the speech.
Jeez.
Is there any other horny person in this game? Who fucking isn't? I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
Mini-Maru!
Man.
I'm only half as happy to be
That's
thanked
right.
by you. But you can also use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points.
Serious?
Amazing.
Of course.
Yeah, I made it after all. I'll take good care of it. Ooh, Akane looks happy.
Hey.
I don't know. They're high school students. I don't often think about the amorous, like, horniness of high school students. What happened to Nagito? I haven't seen it. Don't worry about him.
Well.
I'm a little worried about how he was acting during the last class trial. He's always been dangerous, but he crossed the line.
Hey!
Then that's even more reason we should avoid it.
But still.
Even if we do, what are you gonna do if he roaches? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. Not the bore boy asking about horniness. True! Thank you, Witch Queen. Figure something out that we're
Now
not aware of. Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? That? Yeah, what Nagito said. Well, we don't know anything about that. I haven't learned anything about, like, how anyone here is connected with anyone else. I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Hey, bastard!
What do you mean by except for Hajime? Are you the traitor? No. I didn't want to say it. I have no choice. Unlike the rest of you... No, Sakura is not who you're referring to as Tits from the first game. Akane and the swimmer from the first game. They look similar, that doesn't mean they are the same. Celeste and Peko have similarities, but that doesn't make them connected. I was never part of Hope's Peak Primary. I'm a reserve course.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not an ultimate. I'm just a guy. I'm just a normal guy. What was that? Oh, dude, don't scare me like that. It's not something that I can just brush off. Sakura and Nekomaru are strong, cool, amazing. I said, but those guys are strong, cool. Because I had to tell all along. Shit. My whole life I just want to feel confident. And I thought about getting into Hope's Peak, and I finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve.
Of course!
Yeah, you're our friend. You know, there's a saying in Japan. There's a saying in Nihongo.
Listen!
Fear is grateful for the danger, and I am Naruto Uzumaki.
Hey!
You're saying it. So everyone was here. Just a close battle.
I am sorry!
I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the wrong thing. Stuff's just hard to say sometimes. Maybe you can't see me.
Huh?
You're covered in blood. You saw me? Yeah, that's right. The Mono Beast was very strong. Don't get close to me. Get out of here. Being treated like filth. Oh. Why don't you clean the blood off? We're trying to eat. I'm ashamed of myself. Spilled her jam. All pink everywhere. Allow me to report that the battle has concluded. And you can now go to the final island. I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu from an all-you-can-eat restaurant. This again? You're gonna say stuff like, there's no way we can get off the island, why gotta go to the new island? We literally got drugged last time.
Don't misunderstand.
Well, who said we weren't gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go.
So...
Yeah, they were running away, it was a mistake.
I'll show you my serious
can't
side.
run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who puts us through this crap in one day.
Hey!
The fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason.
What are you saying?
Can go a little over and save at the new island. We'll go a little over.
Hey!
We're already a little over, but we will. Yeah, we have to do the thing, but when we get there, I'm saving there and we're calling.
What?
Because I have to raid this person.
Settle down.
Settle down. If you have the power to fight amongst yourselves, then direct it toward the
All
enemy.
right.
Let's go forth. Offense is the best.
Damn
defense.
right.
Now's the time for speed victory. Sonius talks like that. My blood.
All right.
All right, I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge our way.
Starting to get pumped up.
That's...
Even me. You guys seem reliable. You're included also, friend. Right. Get
Leave it
gifts.
to me.
Okay. As we left the restaurant, the expression on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking toward the last island, but the clouds in my heart still lingered. I couldn't stop thinking about the reserve department. More dates for tomorrow? Oh, of course we're going to go on dates tomorrow. Like a small bone was lodged in my throat, but I tried not to think about it. I tried to stay focused on moving forward. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. Daily life. The moment gone, we crossed the 5th bridge and went to the final island. Whoa!
So this is the last island.
Well, we didn't have a chance to go and buy gifts. An enormous building towered everywhere as if the entire island were one gigantic city. Felt very sci-fi, as though the island was a snapshot of an urban metropolis.
I guess it has an ambiance befitting of a final island.
Yeah. It gives final island. Okay. We made it to the final island. Nightly group pissing? Jeez. You certainly have. Oh, wait. Do I want to save this data? No. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I almost forgot. It's pet time. Old as boat appears. Guromi, I got you. Guromi's still okay. Guromi, would you like Ramune? Of course. Alright, Guromi has enjoyed the Ramune. I will now be saving, and that will be the end for tonight. I will be sending everyone over to who Drex wanted us to go to, and that will be the end. Oh god. Oh god, I tell you, it is. She now had hydration, of course. Bye, Drex. Who the fuck are we going to? Right, it's dark. Playing Mortal Kombat? Drex, is this correct? Is Dark playing Mortal Kombat? Before I send you over, I just want to make sure I'm on the right one. Yes? Okay. I will send everyone over to Dark. Wow, it's the original Mortal Kombat, too. Okay, I hope everyone has an amazing night. I will be hopefully seeing everyone here tomorrow, where we continue our little adventure in DanganRonpa. If I do not see you tomorrow, make sure that you show up on Tuesday so we can play some more Yakuza. And also Thursday is our art night. We make cock jokes. I'm glad you do. I'm going to be doing the best that I can. But I hope everyone has an amazing night, and I truly hope that you all have an amazing weekend if I don't see you before then. But I will see you all the next time that I see you.